and then followed by the step-by-step na calculations. Okay, so let's start for a while. So first, let me read the first question. This question is from short quiz number 1. Dili man siya in the short quiz, so it's like the question number 3, 4, 5, and 6. So the last part of the short quiz. So the question is, a solution is prepared by dissolving 3.68 grams of sucrose. So basically, sucrose siya. And then, given na ang iyahang molar mass. So, enough water to make a volume of 275 ml. Now, what is asked is to provide the final answer to the following questions. We have first is to briefly explain the step-by-step calculations. What is the molarity of this solution, and what are the moles of sucrose dissolved in the solution? So since we are still in the preparing solution, so kanisha we still have ang data nato is still regarding the solute and the solvent. And usually if we have these questions na siya A, B, C, so these are actually guide on how to do the calculation. So let me start by identifying the given first. So what was given are the mass of sucrose and the chemical formula, as well as the molecular or the molar mass in grams per mole, the final solution volume. So take note lang na to always identify if the given volume is of the solution or of the solvent. So for cases like molarity, so just recall katong gi-discuss nato na formula. So if you have the formula with you, you can also use it as a guide or inyuhang reference. So here, the questions are the step-by-step explanation, the molarity, and the moles of sucrose. So we always go back to the formula that we can probably use for this calculation. So since we are asked for the molarity, so let's start with the molarity. Recall that the formula for molarity is your moles of your solute. So klaro ba siya? So molarity is equals to the moles of solute divided by the volume of solution. So given us the volume of solution, which is 275 ml, and take note that the unit to be used is in liters. So how do we calculate the moles of solute? So we can always use the main principle in the mole relationship, which is when we are given the molar mass. So kung given si either si mass or si moles of solute, so you can actually calculate for what is being asked. So either it is asking for the mass of solute or the moles of solute. So as long as you have these data or given na siya, so you can actually calculate for the other one. So for this case, we are being asked for the moles of solute. So we are going to use the mass of solute divided by the molar mass of the solute. Okay, so let's go over the step-by-step nga calculations. So first, we will be able to convert the volume since we are asked in liters. But then again, if you want to use the ml, so you need to use the millimoles. So inga na rin na siya. And then we are going to, so pwede na tayo mo-calculate sa moles if we have the molar mass. And then using the moles, we will be calculating for the molarity of the solution. So dire na siya sa part A. So inga nira ka-simple ang part A. So pwede rin ninyo i-summarize what you will be doing or the step-by-step nga parts of the calculation. So convert the volume, use the molar mass to calculate the moles of sucrose, and use using the calculated moles of sucrose, pwede na makalculate si molarity. Okay, so take note lang of what we are going to do. So let's take a look at the step-by-step calculation. So for the conversion factor, so we'll be using the 1 liter is equals to 1000 ml, but you can use the other one, which is 1 times 10 raised to negative 3 liters is equal to 1 ml. So pwede rin ninyo gamiton either of those two. And then, so for the conversion, mogamit ra tag dimensional analysis. So we'll just cancel the units since we have the given is 275 ml of your solution. So pwede na to i-incorporate ang conversion factor, which is kanisha written in dimensional analysis to be able to see or view the cancellation of units. So mabilin na lang ang liters. So you have 0.275 liters. So kani siya ang atong volume of solution that will be used in the calculation of the molarity. So the next one is we'll calculate the moles of sucrose using the formula that we have. So we have moles of solute is equals to the mass of solute divided by the molar mass. So inga na siya ka-simple. So you will be able to use the given values such as the mass, mass of sucrose, and as well as the molar mass. So in this case, dili na ta mag-calculate sa molar mass since it is already given. So since we have these values, so pwede ra siya. So for this case, it's division, but if you have written it in dimensional analysis, so ingani siya ang pagsulat. So you have your mass first. This is in dimensional analysis. So you put the 342.3 grams in the denominator per 1 mole of your sucrose. So this is your mole. So 0.01075. So as you can see, wala pa na ko siya gi-round up para in the case now we will be using it to calculate the molarity. So to calculate the molarity of the solution, so we just use the molarity formula given the moles and na convert na si volume of solution, so we can then calculate sa molarity. So gamiton ra nato ang calculated number of moles, which is 0.01075 mole of sucrose divided by 0.275 liter or the volume of solution. So kani siya ang akong nakuha. So possibly no naamoy other values, baka naka-affect siya sa pag-round up sa inyong mole. So this is the final answer, 0.03909,383. So we are asked to, so kani siya for the least number of significant figures sa given, that's 3. So mubalik ta sa given. If you are not asked a specific number of significant figures, so pwede ra jud mo refer sa given. But since kani siya sa moles, raw data pa ni siya, so no need to round up. So mag-round up ta diri sa molarity, which is the least number of significant figures. So I'll just put, this is the least. Okay, least number of significant figures, SF na lang. That's 0.0391 molarity. So the symbol for molarity is M, so we only put M. Okay, so always use the symbol when doing the calculations. Okay, so before I proceed, kung na may questions for this part, pwede ra jud mo ask away. Okay, so kung wala pa, so let's proceed to the next one. So yes, Sharina.
Hello, Miss. Good morning, Miss. Kanang sa final answer po ba, Miss, kay need jud Miss na exact ang ang solution namon miss na mabuhat kay for example miss kay what if gi round up di ay namo like maging ano siya miss 0.04 di siya miss na-consider.
So, for this case, no, sa short quiz and long assessment, nag-consider pa ko sa significant figures since it's our first time, no, na mag-encounter og short quiz and long assessment. But in the midterms, so mag-strict na jud ko sa significant figures.
Okay miss, thank you miss. Kay
Okay,
na
so
may magig confusion miss when it comes sa pag finalize ba sa among answer if pila ba ka if mo round out ba mi or dili kay since ang basis man di ay kay about sa significant figure which is as you mentioned miss kay the least number of significant figure di ay ang among basis if mo round out mi or dili sa
yes.
answer. Sige miss, thank you miss.
Okay ra because actually part sad na siya sa concern. I know na may concern sa rounding up of significant figures. That's why sa long assessment ako siyang gi-specify na lang para na uniformity. But in the midterms, for example, I will just write kung i-round up siya to 3 significant figures or kung mangayo ko sa least number of significant figures from the given. So ingana na lang siya.
So miss ka ng basically more mag-mention na lang ka miss if na ay ano di ay I mean if pila ka significant figure ang among ano.
Yes, i-include na lang ako.
Okay miss, thank you
And
miss.
then,
Ako dyan na help miss.
always ni siya applicable sa final answer lang. So naatay questions dire actually na murag dili siya ang iyang step-by-step calculation or ang being asked is different with the calculation. So, let's take a look at later on kung aha to nga items na nabali-bali ang iyahang organization sa calculation. So, we can take a look at these significant figures. Sige, no worries. So, akong ginatanaw sad kung na ay confusion along the way. So, if there are confusion, so ako sad gina-consider na lang. Okay. So, such as na ay cases na, for example, you are requested the unit symbol, for example, molality, and then ang as is the molality sa end of the question, then some of the students will write molality instead of M. So, ako siyang gina-consider for this time because naapay confusion involved. Okay, so proceed ta sa short quiz number 2. So this one is regarding molality. Okay. So let me read the question first. A 0.449 molality of your potassium bromide solution is prepared using 2.92 kilograms of water. Provide the correct answer to the following questions. So we have A, B, C to D. So still explain the step-by-step calculation, then provide the molar mass of the potassium bromide, and what is the mass in grams in this solution, so of the solute, which is potassium bromide, and what is the number of moles of potassium bromide in the 0.449 molal solution. So take note the I if there are mga references or standard methods wherein they use molal or molar concentration. So si molar concentration, this actually refers to the molarity. Si molal, so naka-L sa last year, that's for the molality, which is you will be using the kilograms or the mass of solvent in kilograms. And take note, in this question, we are given the mass of the solvent, which is your water. Okay, so let's take a look at what is given. So given ang solute, yung chemical formula, it's molality of the solution wherein we have 0.449 mole of your potassium bromide per kilogram of water. So kani siya naa sa ni nasa the questions during a part. So what if I have like given si molality, and then I'm being asked for the like the mass of solvent or the moles of the solute. So let's take a look at how we will be using the formula and unsa units sa molality. So take note ha, if we have M or the molality, so your unit is mole per kilogram. The same as if you have molarity, your unit can be mole per liter. So let's take a look at how we'll use it, the formula. So again, what is the question, what we are being asked? Take note, the molar mass, the mass of your solute, and the number of moles of your solute. So in this case, we will be using the formula of molality, which is equals to moles of solute over the volume of solvent. So kanisha, instead of N, ang iyang simple is mole ha. So don't be confused na nabutangan siya N. So we can derive the formula. From this formula, mahimo siya moles of solute. So in this case, no, ang question nato, nauna si mass instead of number of moles. But when we're doing the calculation, actually, you'll be needing the moles first before you calculate the mass of the potassium bromide. So naay cases na ingana, but it's still part of the solution. So instead of this being first, so kani siya si 2, kani siya si 1. Okay. Or na-interchange sila in the case of the step-by-step calculation. So again, we have the moles of solute is equals to the molality multiplied by the volume of solvent in kilograms. So naa ba diri? Okay, so wala pa siya diri, but we will be using the ratio and proportion method or mag-transpose ta para makakita mo unsaon ni siya gikuha for those na dili pa familiar on how to derive a formula from the given formula. Okay, so let me just write that there is a side para natin space. Okay, so naaba diri na wala pa naka-familiar on how to derive formulas. Okay, so we have molality. It's the same as what we have been doing. So we have the left and the right side of the equation, moles of solute. And we have the volume of solvent. So for this nga discussion, we will be doing a lot of transposing para makuha ang formula, mag-derive of formula, or what we must appropriate siya na matawag as the ratio and proportion method. So since we have the volume of solvent na siya sa denominator, so we need to transpose it to the other side or the left side of the formula. So that's why in this case, we will be multiplying it on the right side. Solvent na siya. So whatever operation we do on the right side, we do it on the left side. Okay, so this is multiplied na siya by volume of solvent. So, gubot kayo siya. Okay, so we have now our formula, which is the molality of, or the moles of solute is equals to the molality multiplied by the volume of solvent. So in this case, no, kani siya sa right side, may cancel na ni siya. So kanina lang mabilin ang moles of solute. So that's how we get our formula. Okay, so ang formula na to for the mass of solute is just simply how we usually do it. So it's the moles of solute multiplied by the molar mass. So it's the same as how we calculate the moles of solute when we have the molar mass. So since we have our moles of solute, kani siya kay mole man ni siya. And then your molar mass is gram per mole. So makancel na to ang mole to get the grams. Okay, so I included here the step-by-step calculation that we will be doing. So using the periodic table, so mag-calculate the molar mass since it's not given. And using the molar mass, after we calculate it, we will be calculating the mass of the potassium bromide. And then, okay, so naa naman tay molality, so mo calculate sa ta sa moles of the potassium bromide. So pwede ni siya mauna in comparison to the, or mauna sa calculating the mass of potassium bromide. So let's take a look at the calculation. So for the calculation, so using your periodic table, mag-calculate the molar mass. And since the number of atoms for potassium bromide is 1 potassium, 1 bromine, so kuhaon ra nato ang atomic mass of potassium and your bromine and multiply it by the number of atoms. Then we add up ang ilahang atomic masses. And then we get the molar mass, which is the answer is 119.002. So since kani siya is a raw data, or wala pa siya sa final answer, so dili pa mag-matter ang significant figures. And then followed by the calculation. If you can observe here, ako na lang siyang join. So see calculation of the mass of potassium bromide and the moles of potassium bromide. So let's take a look at this first. So kaning formula of the molality. So as we have said, we derived our formula, which is the moles of solute is equals to the molality multiplied by the volume of solvent. So kani siya, given na ni siya. So ato na lang substitute si molality and the volume of solvent. So that's how we can see ang cancellation of units. So ang mabilin na lang is you get your moles of solute, which is, so kani siya ang akong calculated 1.31108 moles of your potassium bromide. So kani siya, dili pa nato siya i-round up. So we also have to calculate the mass of solute. So kanina ta siya sa, so kani siya mass of solute. So we'll be using the usual formula na moles of solute multiplied by the molar mass. So basically, our calculated na 1.31108 moles of your solute multiplied by the molar mass. So we get the mass of potassium bromide, which is 156. So there, mag-round up na to 3 significant figures because this is the least number of significant figures from the given. So 156. So this is what I have mentioned na instead of being B, so kani siya, instead of being D, so nahimo siya C, but this is the last final answer that we need. Okay, but siguro sa midterm, so ako na siyang itarong o organize for at least the final answer will be D. Okay. Okay, so any question for this before we proceed? Okay, so kung none, we can proceed to the next nga question. So are there things that we need to take note of? Siguro makita ra nato. There are things that we need to take note. Okay, so the next question, ganiha kay molarity, then we solve for molality. So for now, naanatay normality, but wala ko'y gi-include na formality because formality, as I have mentioned, it's almost the same as calculating for the molarity. Kay mole per liter lang siya. Anyway, going to the quiz number 3 nga question. So for this one, ang atong very common nga example for normality is your sulfuric. Here we have the question na determine the normality of a solution prepared by dissolving 0.200 grams of your sulfuric acid in 0.500 liter of solution. And take note, gihatag na niya ang, this is the equivalence factor. So take note, your equivalence factor, which is the N factor, it's different from equivalence, but we use the N factor to calculate the equivalence, which is your equivalence is equals to the N factor multiplied by the mole of the solute. So, kana siya. So, in this case, we are just given the N factor, equivalence factor. So, what else is given? We have the mass of solute, which is 0.200 grams of sulfuric, and the volume of solution, which is 0.500 liters. So, for this case, so in liters na siya, dali na ta mag-convert. We also have the molar mass calculated, so no need to calculate for the molar mass. And we also have the equivalence factor. So kani siya nakabutang na 2 equivalents per mole, but you need to calculate the number of moles. So you are being asked for the normality of the solution. Let's take a look at what are the formulas that we can use. So first of all, to calculate the moles of solute, so given the molar mass, so we can actually get the moles of solute from the given na mass of solute, and then divide lang siya by the molar mass. And then our equivalence of solute, as I have mentioned, so the N or the equivalence factor, which is 2, multiplied by the number of moles. So kani siya, si normality, our formula is equivalence of solute, which is this one, equivalence, over or divided by the volume of solution. So for example, we already have the moles. So pwede sa din siya, since our equivalence is the N factor, or I'll just put here N factor, multiplied by the moles of solute, so pwede siya na ibutang ninyo ang formula of equivalence, volume of solution in the denominator. So in cases no na you're not, or you haven't been familiar with the formula of the equivalence, so ingani siya N factor multiplied by the moles of solute. Okay, let's go to the calculation. Wala di gihatag si molar mass. Gihatag naman siya. Oh, it's not given sa question. So here, nag-calculate sa ata sa molar mass. So we have the atomic masses from the periodic table. Since we have 2 of your hydrogen, 1 of your sulfur, and 4 of your oxygen. So we get a multiply lang siya by its atomic mass, and then we get the additive or sum of these 3, and we get 98.07668 grams per mole. So from this, we can now calculate the moles of solute. So we have the given C mass, given ang mass of solute, and then we calculated for the molar mass of the sulfuric. So we have from the given 0.200 grams of your sulfuric divided by the molar mass. And you can also write it in dimensional analysis para makita jud ang cancellation of unit, and we get the moles of solute, which is 0.002039 moles of your sulfuric. So since we already have this, so pwede na to mag-calculate sa normality of the solution. Okay, so we have here the formula for the normality. So substituted na ang moles of solute multiplied by the equivalence factor divided by the volume of the solution in liters. So i-substitute lang ninyo ang na-calculate na moles of solute, and then we use the given equivalence factor as well as the given volume of solution. So we get 0.008156 normality, or its symbol is N. So since dere wala siya gipangayo nga exact significant figures, so we will be referring to the least number of significant figures, or our SF. So our answer, or final answer, is 0.00816 normality. So in these types of question, no, although dili or wala siya step-by-step guide on how to answer, but still ginatanaw sad nako ang calculation. Syempre, kung it's a calculation question, so dapat naasad siya complete na solution. Okay. So that's 4 short quiz na items nato. So any questions regarding normality? Yes, Sharina?
Hello, Miss. Kanang. Mayroon ko i-clarify diri sa formula, Miss, nga part.
Okay.
Sa formula kanang. Ano ba, Miss, for example, siguro nato nga solving kay sa midterm pa. So, and then as mentioned man sa given problem na ang gi-ask man kay about the normality, and then sa formula ba, Miss, kay formula ra sa normality, Miss, ang among ibutang.
Pwede ra sa normality ra. And then makita man ako sa solution kung unsaon ninyo pagkuha sa other values.
Wala ra, pag kanang dili ra na maka-apekto mi sa points, no? I mean, for example, base ba may makuha mi nga formula na nabutang? I mean, wala mi na butang wala formula.
Basta kompleto ang calculations. Kani siya for discussion man siya. So kani siya, for example, kinahanglan nato si molar mass, then dili siya given. So tan-awon jud nako na kung unsaon ninyo pagkuha sa molar mass, kay of course wala siya gihatag, but gibutang ninyo siya diri sa, or gibutang ninyo siya sa calculations. So that's the definition of a complete na solution. Now whatever you use in the calculation, so naa jud kay, if it's not given, so dapat naa jud kay calculation on how you got it. So kana siya. But
Noted, Miss.
Sa formula, no need. So kung gipangayo ang normality, so okay ra na normality ang inyohang ibutang. And then no need to to put katong mga gi-transpose nako nga formulas, kay for discussion purposes ra to siya. Okay.
Okay, Miss. Thank you, Miss.
Sige. Okay, any other questions aside from the formula? Okay, so if wala na, we'll proceed sa identification part of the long assessment. So kani siya, no, I'm not sure if maka-view na mo, but akong i-email ang results sa long assessment after I check it. And then if naamoy items na nasa iyo, then correct di ay inyong answer. It's because wala pa na ako gi-check ang formats. So naatay specific format manggod sa identification. But anyway, i-consider na ko ang other formats such as ang inyong unit symbol, kay gibutangan ninyo words. So for now, considered pa siya. Okay, so let's proceed. So we'll be discussing mga question number, 4 items. So that's 3, 6, 15, and 22. And most of these are short questions. So most parts of the calculations, dili na siya step by step. So possibly uh, one step lang siya for the calculation. So ingat na siya. Okay, so let's take a look at the question. In preparing a buffer solution, a lab technician needs 2.50 mol of water to dilute a concentrated stock. Given the molar mass of water, so it's 18.015 grams per mole. Calculate the mass in grams to weigh out in the analytical balance. So round your answer to three significant figures. So kani siya ako siyang gi-specify kay specific should si test portal when it comes to the options. So dili lang siya ma-manual review. So pwede man ulta na ako i-manual. But anyway, ako lang siyang gisulayan na round your answer to three significant figures and write the unit symbol after the numerical value. So ang correct answer jud is in unit symbol lang siya, dili siya in words. And then in this case, in this type of question, as you can see, seawater in the form of liquid should not siya, but it has mentioned that to weigh out in the analytical balance. So it's possible that you have these situations in the laboratory in cases na temperature dependent ang inyong siguro pwede siya product development or in an analysis. So for in this case, preparing a buffer solution since sensitive kayo ang pH na mga probes and then also for pH testing. So kani siya nga application, it can be applied for acid bases or for basically measuring the pH of a substance or a sample. So we have the given na ang moles of solute, ako na lang siyang shortcut na N, which is 2.15 mole of your water, klaro ra siya, and the molar mass, which is 18.015 grams per mole. And then it is asked to round it to three significant figures. So you are asked for the mass in grams of water required. And the formula here is kaning M, yung shortcut rin ako siya, but that's mass equals to the moles of solute multiplied by the molar mass. So this is moles of solute, this is molar mass. But in cases na ay equivalence factor or normality, so we can't use N to represent moles. And M, so kani siya, for molality jud na siya, appropriately for molality, but gi-shortcut na lang. Okay, so for the calculation, so it's just a short nga calculation since we will just be using this formula. So ang iyang calculation is just to multiply the given moles of solute multiplied by the molar mass, and we get the mass of your solute, which is the answer is 45.0375 grams. So if that's three significant figures, so 45.0, and then the unit symbol is G for grams. So kani siya pwede nato siya i-write in dimensional analysis, but basically ang inyong calculation, ang inyong cancellation of units, that's just mole per gram per mole. So if you have or kani siya mga notations na raised to or superscript na negative number, so that's actually division na siya or na siya sa denominator. So grams per mole, so we just cancel the mole to get our mass in grams. So yan na siya, simple and short. So most of the questions in the law assessments were like this to be able to check sa comprehension on the calculation of moles and grams. But in kani siya applicable pa siya for preparing solutions. But in cases na na-involve na chemical reaction, we actually have to do a broader nga scope sa mole relationship, which is kinahanglan na nato mag-balance of chemical equation. So this one is applicable for preparing chemical solutions. So take note na if you have a chemical reaction involved, so there's actually the need to know the chemical reaction and the balanced chemical equation, which is makover man sad siya sa titrymetry and some of the gravimetry in stoichiometry. Okay, so we'll proceed sa next question kung wala may question regarding the short nga item. Excuse me. Okay. So this one, it's conversion of units. So ako lang basahon. A laboratory instrument outputs the value 3.6782 times 10 raised to negative 3 meters. So you are required to round this measurement to 3 significant figures and then convert it to standard decimal notation. Which of the following options is correct? Write the answer in this format. Example, the numerical value, space, the unit symbol. So it's actually the same as the format from the previous one. So unit symbol for meters is in M. So we are given the measurement in, so kanisha is our meters. Then to round it to 3 significant figures, then convert it to decimal notation. So for this case, wala na siya calculations, pero ako lang gibutang ang process of how to do it. But basically, there is, since we will just be rounding it up, so you just need to look if, so 3 significant figures, we will be considering the first 3 digits, so 1, and given that, in this case, no, it's a non-zero siya. So we always take note of our rules for significant figures. So for this case, our significant figures or 3 significant figures are 3, 6, and 7. So we just need to take a look at if ang digit or the number, which is 8, next to 7, is above 5 or below 5. So kung above 5 siya, so you need to round up 7 to 1 digit or 1 number higher. So in this case, mahimo siya, since 8 is greater than 5, so it's 3.68. So in cases na it's lower than 5, so you just retain or keep 7 as is. So 3.67 if it's lower than 5. So for those who are not yet familiar, so still you need to write the times 10 raised to negative 3 because it's not the same number kung wala ni ang notation. So how do we convert the scientific notation into its decimal or decimal form? So here we need to convert it to decimal notation. So we just move the decimal point from the right to left. So from here, so ato siyang i-move. That's 3. So since times 10 negative 3, so that's from right to left. So 1, 2, 3. And then you just put zeros in front of 3. So your decimal point will be here. So move 3 spaces dapat siya. And of course, we have a 0 after the decimal point since there's no digit there. So in cases na positively siya, so we move the opposite direction or going here from left to right. So your answer here, ang iyahang decimal notation, it's 0.003, then 3 significant figures, 6, 8. So ingana dapat ang final answer. So here, ako lang siya gibutang. So your answer is 0.00368 meters. So that's the symbol for meters. It's M or small m. Okay. So kani siguro ano lang no gamay lang ang confusion. But naatay conversion of units like the temperature naa siya set nga experimental values and how you calculate it such as katong given nato na naa siya I think that's 273 plus the given na degrees Celsius. So that's converting Kelvin to Celsius. So sa temperature na jud siya specific na formula on how to convert it. So from the commonly used nga temperature na units are Kelvin, Celsius, and Fahrenheit. So also, you need to take note of those if mo gamit mo sa laboratory. So for the cases sa other nga units, so pwede ra nato i-gamiton ang table of conversion. But I think na siya sa table of conversion sa mga conversions that or unit conversions that will be needing other formulas or other constant values. So ang term nato for constant values or these are measured na siya nga values or they do not change, so we call it constants. Okay, so let's go to the next question. Kung wala may question from the other na ba? The other problem. So, wala siguro, no? Okay, so we have the next question here is number 15, which is second to the last long assessment. So a biochemistry lab uses 0.345 mole of glucose as the starting substrate for an enzymatic reaction. If the molar mass is 180.16 grams per mole, so as you can see, given that ang molar mass, so no need to calculate the mass in grams of glucose needed. So we need to given to round it up to 3 significant figures. Write the numerical value of the answer followed by the unit symbol. So the same lang siya sa format of the previous question. 3 significant figure and then followed by the unit symbol. So what we are given are the moles of glucose, the molar mass, and to round it up to 3 significant figures, and we are asked for the mass in grams of glucose. So kani siya the same as the previous one. So mass is equals to the moles of solute multiplied by its molar mass. So we just substitute sa given values sa formula. So you have the mass in grams. So this is the mass in grams. So kani siya ang moles na given and you have your molar mass. So using dimensional analysis, pwede na nato siya i-cancel ang moles to get our mass in grams, which is 62.1552 grams. Or for our final answer, we need to round it up since the digit after the third significant figure is greater than 5, which is or equal to 5. So equal siya to 5. So it's 62.2 grams. So that's your final answer for this question. Okay. So the next one is Ganesha. Here, instead of the mass, so we are being asked for the moles. Okay. So wala may question from the previous problem. So we'll proceed taha. So we have the next question, which is the second to the last. Kay napatay i-insert na small problem sa calculation. Okay, so we have in a gas evolution experiment, a student collects 100 grams of carbon dioxide produced by the reaction in a gas syringe assembly. So using a molar mass of 44.01 grams per mole, determine the number of moles of carbon dioxide collected, round to 3 significant figures, and write the numerical value, same lang, followed by the unit symbol. So as you can see here, naka-mention siya na produce So in this part, so ang iyahang gina-measure is actually the product. So we can also use these types of calculations. So kung naatay to measure the products, pero since wala siya chemical reaction involved, but naa siya kanang uh, it's a chemical reaction but dili siya daghan nga chemical substances ang involved. It's mainly ang carbon dioxide na produce in this gas evolution na experiment. So kani wala tay stoichiometry involved. So we are just being asked since given na ang mass. Pero kung dili pa given ang mass, so probably will be doing stoichiometry. But dapat kung stoichiometry problem siya, na-adjud ang chemical reaction or equation. So here we are just being asked for the moles. So given ang mass of carbon dioxide and its molar mass as well as the number of significant figures asked. So we are just being asked the number of moles. So instead of multiplication, so mag-division pa, which is the moles of the mass of carbon dioxide in grams is equals to the moles of solute divided by the molar mass. Okay, so we just substitute the given value, so division siya. So in this case, since mogamit ta sa grams, so ang cancellation sa units in dimensional analysis, it's na siya sa denominator since we are being asked for the moles. Okay, so ang cancellation na to is like this, and then mabilin na lang ang moles of solute, which is calculated as 2.27221086 mole of our carbon dioxide. So in this case, so naay mga, I'm not sure in your class kung naay na sayo, but some wrote na 2.72. So it's easy to make that mistake. So always double check the values in your calculator because dili siya 2 is followed by a 2, so it's easy to make that mistake. So since we are just being asked for three significant figures, so we have 2.72 2.27, so kato siya nasayop-sad ko. So dili siya ma-round up, but instead we retain the value because below 5 man si 2, which is the number after 7. So kanira ang answer, which is followed by its unit symbol in mole. Mole. So kani siya. Okay, so for that part, so easy lang siya, no? Okay. So for the next parts, ano na siya, long assessment calculation part. But before I go to that, kay naatay item na we actually have in the multiple choice na siya 2 ka answer, possible answer. So I'll still double check kung if you answered 1,000 or 800. So this problem actually it involves the a polymer. So kani siya, I think it was PEG. So kana siya, you are given the chemical formula. So that's polyethylene glycol. So polymer ni siya. So polymers are actually dako ang ilahang molar masses. So if you have this formula, so usually CN, it actually indicates the number of atoms. So pwede ni siya i-distribute dire. It's not an element, it's a coefficient. So i-distribute ninyo siya sa different elements in the parenthesis. So let me just write the parenthesis. So ang N dire, ang given N is actually 20. So that's N equals to 20. So this question, it only asks for the molar mass. But we actually have two answers for this one because ano siya, the given choices, they're not exact, but it's actually a range. So, akong isulat si parenthesis in red. Okay. So, in red lang para klaro siya. So, let's put here 20. So, that's your formula. So, you need to substitute or you need to distribute the 20 sa atong formula. So, let's put a parenthesis here. So, pwede na to siya i-condense, like you combine carbon, you combine hydrogen, and you combine oxygen. But take note na si hydrogen naa siya 2 atoms sa iyahang structural formula. So, you combine it's like this. So, ako sang isulat. And take note sa molar mass, involved gihapon ang OH and the hydrogen on the sides of the chemical formula. So for this case, atong i-distribute na nato C20. So C20, wala pa na ako siya gi-simplify. So H 2 times 20, the same. So C20, H 2 times 20, oxygen is 20. So dapat ingana siya, and then if we simplify this, it's actually C40. So i-add ra ninyo, then add sad sa hydrogen, that's H80. So 2 times 20, 2 times 20, that's 40. Then i-add ninyo with the other hydrogen, then your oxygen is 20. So this one is i-consider siya. So we have here to calculate its molar mass. So atong i-count the number of atoms niya. So how many carbon do we have? We only have 40. So this is 40. C hydrogen, we have 82 since na kayo hydrogen here, and 80 inside. And you have 21 oxygen. So 1 here, 20 here. So ato siya kung isulat ha. So for our atomic masses, so let's write 40 atoms of carbon, 82 atoms of hydrogen, 21 atoms of your oxygen. That's 12.011. Okay. So this one is from the periodic table na siya. So we have 480.44, 82, 335.979. So the sum is, or i-add na to siya, kani ang answer. So in the question, there were choices na 1,000 and 800. So ang correct answer dito is 800, but I'll be considering 1,000. So pwede pa siya since it's 899.075. So it's either 800 or 1,000. So although rare na kayo ni siya sa lab, so probably you are doing a structural characterization. So, kana siya. It's dili siya common na mag-encounter ta og polymer in our normal na laboratory analysis. Anyway, so kung okay na to, mag-proceed ta sa long assessment. We have 3 items under the long assessment. So these 3 items, it involves percent concentration as well as naatay calculating the mass, and so we also have mole calculation. So for the first one, it involves a percent concentration, no problem. So you have a microbiologist needs to prepare 250 ml of 2.5% weight by volume na glucose solution for a microbial growth assay. This means 2.5 grams of glucose per 100 grams of solution. Calculate the grams or mass of glucose in grams required. So take note no sa percent concentration, diri instead of the liters, so ml siya. So always take note sa ilahang formula as well as the unit. So your percent by volume, it's actually grams per ml ni siya. Ako isulat. This is actually grams per ml. So syempre nasa tayo since it's a percentage, so times 100. But its unit is actually grams per ml. Okay, so let's look at the given. We are given the volume of solution, which is 250 ml. So ml na siya, no need to convert. You have 2.5%, which is the percent concentration. So equals to 2.5 grams of glucose per 100 ml of solution. So what is being asked? What is being asked is the mass of glucose required. So, diri siya, although by definition, no, it's 2.5 grams per 100 grams of your solution. So, kani siya, kinahanglan pa nato siya i-calculate since we are given the volume of solution. So we'll still use the formula niya na percent weight by volume is equals to mass divided by the volume of solution times 100. So here, dili ito siya dili ito siya gihatag, but it's assuming na 2.5 ang mass of the glucose per 100 gram. So that's actually na-change man ang volume of solution to 250 ml. So that's why you need to calculate again the mass of your solute given na ganahan mo na mag-prepare og 2.5%, then i-change ninyo siya to 250 ml. But by definition, it's 2.5 over 100 ml. So for here, we will be assuming na X is, pero wala din na kuya substitute. So it's the mass of glucose. So we'll just be using sa formula na to. In this case, highlighted in blue si given, and then we will be using the ratio and proportion method, or basically nag-transpose rata. So this is what we have been doing, the same thing lang, no? So let's take a look at here. Dire na lang. Okay, so to transfer kaning si 250 and si 100, so we need to do certain operations or mathematical operations. So whatever we do on the right, so we also do it on the left side. So first, so to convert your 2.5 since in percentage sa, so we need to divide it by 100. So ato ni siyang i-parenthesis. So divided by 100. Division na siya. So ako lang giklaro. So kani siya pwede siya over the 2.5. And then the next one is you can multiply it by 250 para matangtang si 250 sa right side, and we will transpose it to the left side. So that's multiplication. So on the right side, so i-cancel na nato na siya. Wala na sila. Kaya na-transpose na sila or na-transfer there is a formula. So ako ni siyang gi-simplify diri, this one. So then we cancel out the values and units. So we can simplify it to get the mass of your glucose. And then the formula now is mass of glucose is equals to 2.5 divided by 100 multiplied by 250 ml. So just use your calculator and do the simple mathematical operations, and then we get 6.25 grams. So kani siya, so wala siya nangayo sa significant figures, so we will be following the least number of significant numbers from the given, of course, which is 2. Then the answer is 6.3 grams. Since we have 5 after 2, so i-round up na to siya or 1 digit higher. So your final answer is 6.3 grams. Okay. So any questions for this part? Wala may questions? Yes, Magdalene.
Muas lang ko, Miss, ba, if kanang sa solution, do we need to, kay di ba, Miss, nagngita man siya mass and then mag-derive man ka og formula to get the kanang katong mass sa katong glucose. Do we need to put that in the solution, Miss?
Ang pag-derive sa formula?
Yes, katong pag times nimo sa kanang kaning imong gibuhat sa substitute the given values sa formula.
No need to show pa unsa ninyo siya gi-derive as long as correct ang inyong pagkuha sa or you have the correct formula to use. So no need to show the ratio and proportion method.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
So for example, ako ni siya i-erase. Ay na extra. Wait lang. So for example, no. So for example, you only wrote this one. So ako siyang i-consider since it's correct. Pero if wrong ni siya, so wrong jud siya. And if makuha ninyo ang, you have another, in analytical chemistry man good, we can do other solutions. Dili siya kanang structured jud because different analysts think differently. So if you have another solution but it's correct and you're following the same principles and then you got the correct answer, so correct siya. So you got 6.3, correct siya. Okay. So we actually had a classmate na different ang iyahang calculations. But still, correct ang iyahang answer. Kay correct man iyahang principles. Okay, so going back, we have the next question. Sorry na chop-chop ang question. So kani siya, it's an environmental chemist must prepare 1 normality sulfuric acid to neutralize acidic industrial effluent. Akong ipadako. For sulfuric, 1 equivalent is based on the diprotic acid, 2 protons or hydrogen molecule, so per molecule. So naghatag siyang equivalent mass, which is iyahang gi-calculate as molar mass divided by the equivalence factor 2. So later on, we'll see the relationship sa formula kung unsaon nato ni siya ma-relate sa existing na formula for the normality. So ang iyahang given for equivalent mass is 49.004 grams per equivalent. So your unit here is gram per equivalent. And then we are asked to calculate the grams needed to make 1 liter of this solution. So kani siya, applicable ni siya in wastewater treatment. So katong mga laboratory if they need to neutralize mga industrial effluent. But not just wastewater treatment, actually, the different industries, they are really required before disposing or, for example, na sila discharge sa ilahang septic tanks or directly in the environment, you actually need to, even in the classroom laboratory, so we need the wastewater treatment first before ninyo siya ma-dispose. So dapat ang iyahang pH is neutral or near 7. Okay, so going back, we are given the normality, which is 1 normality, the volume of solution, which is 1 liter. So makakita ta diri later on. So molar mass of the sulfuric given na sa siya, so no need to calculate. And you are given the equivalent mass, which is 49.04 grams per equivalent. And you are asked to calculate the mass of the sulfuric acid needed. So actually, there naakay mga relationship sa formula na makitaan, like since we are given the N is equals to the equivalence factor, or this one is the pwede sa ni siya equivalence, but to get your equivalence you need the equivalence factor multiplied by the moles of solute divided by the volume of solution in liter. So kani ang atong formula, and we will relate it on how to get the mass. So as you can see, naka-highlight in blue si moles of solute. So actually we can calculate the moles of solute with the usual way that we do it, which is mass of solute divided by the molar mass. So now, since naka-highlight siya in blue in the normality formula, you can actually use the normality formula to calculate for your mass. So we can simply substitute it to the normality formula to get this equation. So kani siya. So moles is equals to the mass of solute divided by the molar mass. So akong i-substitute kani siya diri. So ang moles of solute nahimo na siya mass of solute divided by the molar mass. So here you just need to derive your formula using the usual na ratio and proportion method. And take note na dili simultaneous ang mathematical operations ha. So for example, you need to transfer the volume first. So you can do this operation first before ninyo makuha si molar before ninyo makuha si mass of solute. So kani siya. So ang goal nato is actually to get this one. So dapat kaning other nga mga values, they need to be transposed or transferred to the left side. So unsaon man nato na siya. So we'll use the ratio and proportion method, or mag-transpose. Okay, so ready na mo? So let's put it in green, because green color, they say, mas mas calming to the nerves. Okay, pero kani siya kay neon green man siya, dili siya dark green. Okay, so let's first transfer the volume of solution in liters. So dere mag-multiply ta sa volume of solution. Ako lang i-shortcut volume of solution kay dili siya masigo during a part. So ako na lang write in blue ang there is a left side, so that's volume of solution. So kani siya, this is intended for those who are not yet familiar or have not yet mastered sa kaninga way. So if we cancel this one, so kanina lang ang mabilin sa right side. Sa ang equivalence factor multiplied by the mass of solute divided by the molar mass. So we can actually remove first the molar mass. So pwede na ta diri sa right side mag-multiply ta sa molar mass. I'll just put mm. And then here, we will put the molar mass. Okay, so since the equivalent factor na siya sa numerator, or it's the same level siya with the mass of solute, so multiplication man na siya. So we actually need to divide the whole formula or the right side. Pwede ra sa diri, or pwede ninyo siya i-write as like this. But pwede ra siya diri, or i-write ninyo siya as 1 over the n factor. That's the equivalence factor. So basically, division siya diri sa left side. But pwede ninyo siya i-simplify since we don't do the operation simultaneously. We actually do the MDAS. So pwede ninyo siya ibutang diri sa molar mass. So kani siya si n factor. Pero basically, ang iyang operation is division. since we divided it, there is a right side. So whatever you do on the right side, you do the operation the same as with the left side. So we simplify this left side. So kani siya sa right side, kani ang right ha. So mabilin na lang si mass of solute. So we can now then calculate the mass of solute. So your mass of solute is actually equal to the normality, kung makakita mo diri, normality multiplied by the volume of solution. So kani siya gi-simplify na nato multiplied by the molar mass divided by the equivalence factor. So in using your calculator, no, it's actually important na correct ang inyong pagbutang sa parenthesis following the basic na MDAS mathematical operation, because sometimes if mali ang inyong pagbutang, so the answer will also be, or mag-vary ang inyong answer, mahimo siya different from the correct answer. So as you can see, kaning highlighted in green, so kani siya molar mass divided by equivalence factor. So kani siya, kung makabantay mo, this is actually the equivalent mass. So it's the same as the 49.04 grams per equivalent na given. So basically, dire derive rata sa equation to verify na kani ang iyahang mass. So using this equation, atong i-substitute. So mass of solute is equals to 1 equivalents per liter. So take note ha, si normality, ang iyahang unit is equivalents per liter, wherein your equivalents can also be in moles na multiplied by n factor. So your volume is 1 liter of your solution and then multiplied by the equivalent mass. So since 1 lang siya, so basically you get 49.04 grams. But take note ha, kung different ni siya ang value sa normality as well as your volume of solution, so mag-differ sad. So you still need to do the calculation. Dili lang siya 49.05 of 04. So it's just a coincidence na it's the same as the equivalent mass. And take note, ang iyahang unit is in grams since we are being asked for the mass in grams. Okay. Okay, Ramo, for this part. So as you can see, ano siya, depende siya unsaon ninyo paggamit sa formula. Okay. So we may proceed to the next. And this is the last. Na po ba? Na po din. Okay, so this one is the last one, the mole calculation. So this one, a field technician collects a 250 ml of your sample of groundwater. So kung moabot na ta sa sampling, so na-adjud tayo different na sampling method for your body of water. Okay, so it's harder to make your body of water as well as other medium such as soil, mas hard, ay di naman hard, pero mas dapat correct ang imuhang sampling because it needs to be homogeneous. So later on sa sampling. Okay, so which test at 0.150 molarity of your nitrate as part of an environmental assessment. Here, we are asked to calculate the number of moles of nitrate in that sample. And take note ha, there is a nitrate, it's in the form of an ion because there dispersed na siya in the sample, which is water or specifically groundwater sample. So, pwede na ani ang molar concentration, like it's for an ion. So, cases na ingana. And we are asked to provide the answer in 3 significant figures. So given the molarity as well as the volume of the solution in ml. So we still need to convert this since our molarity formula is in mole per liter. Excuse me. So we are asked to calculate the moles of the nitrate. Okay, so nasa the explanation the list of formula. So still, we will be using the formula of our molarity, which is mole of solute divided by the volume of solution. And mag-derive mo sa formula so that you can calculate for the moles. And then it's equal to your molarity multiply since na siya sa denominator. So when you transpose it to the left side, so dapat multiplication siya. So we'll proceed right away sa conversion. So our conversion factor is just 1 liter is equals to 1,000 ml. So kani siya, most common should ni siya sa laboratory because most of our measuring apparatuses are in ml and in liters. And we have 0.250 liters of our solution. Just use the conversion formula or factor. M-dimensional analysis. So, makancel out si ml, mabili na lang si liter. And to calculate the moles of nitrate, so kani siya, we just need the derived formula, which is molarity multiplied by the volume of the solution. So that's 0.150 mol per liter, or that's the unit for your molarity multiplied by 0.250 liters. So basically, na-cancel na to ang liters. So you are left with moles, which is when you calculate it using your calculator, it's 0.0375 mole of your nitrate ion. So for your final answer, 3 significant figures siya. So gidiretso na lang ako, and then the unit symbol in moles. So that's it for today, and I will be uploading this since na-discuss na siya. Okay, so wala na may question for this one. Okay, for next week kay magsugod na ta sa mag hands-on sa preparation of solution, pero tanawon sana ako kung ready na ang mga apparatuses. And then we will be going into dilution. Kay napatay lecture left on dilution and a little bit of serial dilution. So short na lang na siya. And then for the midterms, I'll just post unsa ang coverage diya, and most likely it will dilution dili na ma-appeal sa atong midterms exam. Okay, so kung wala na may question, I'll be sending the attendance link. So ako lang sa ning i-stop share. So I'll be sending the attendance link to the chat box. Okay. So here it is. I'm sending it now. Okay. So for next week, ang atong schedule, it's 7:30, no? So that's 7:30 face-to-face on Wednesday, online on Thursday. Correct ba? Correct? Okay, so correct na. Okay, I'm not sure if I'll just keep you posted kung na ay changes sa classroom arrangement because na sila yung mga rooms na gipang change. Okay, so that's it for today. After you sign up sa attendance, so see you next week. So next week na jud ta magkita. Wala pa tay first meeting na to. Okay, goodbye everyone, and thank you for attending the class today.
Goodbye, Miss.
Bye,
Thank you,
Miss.
Miss.
Thank you, Miss.
Bye.
Ping, Miss.
Pingsad.